Hi. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm just gonna do a get ready with me, get to know me as an intro to who I am. So let's get started. I'm pretty broken out, but I'm working on it. I'm going to do my makeup, but I am by no means like a guru or anything like that. Like I have honestly just the basics of putting on makeup. So if you guys have any suggestions, please put it down below. You'll see what I'm using and give me some helpful tips. And let's get started. So I'm just gonna prime. So I guess just like an intro to my name. My name's Annalisa. I am 31 years old. I'm about to be 32 coming up in May. So looking forward to that. I don't really do a whole lot for my birthday. That's mainly because I have 2 children. So I'm pretty busy all the time. In fact, for my 30th birthday, we were in Reno for my son's taekwondo competition. So we didn't really focus on my birthday. But yeah, so I have 2 boys. I had them relatively young. So I'm using this e.l.f. A friend told me that if you're like really red, you can use this and it kind of helps. It's not the best, but I have been married for 11 years. It'll be 12 years in November. I was only 21. We had already had our first child by then. And so, I didn't even put my hair up. So we got married really young so that he could join the Air Force. So I am a military spouse. We don't live on base where we are at right now just because I never really liked living on base, and where we live at now, my family is. So it's just a lot easier as far as like childcare and seeing my parents to stay in the city instead of staying on base. And plus, like it's been really hard to make friends, other military spouse friends. At least like I only have like 1 military spouse friend in the 10 years that my husband has been in. So it's really hard to meet other people, especially when you're I just barely discovered that I am an extrovert. And I learned that while going back to school. So when I had our youngest, I dropped out of college and became a stay-at-home mom and a wife for a few years, had another child and stuff. So I had to put my education on hold. I knew school was always going to be there, so I knew it was always an option. So when we moved back to California, back to our hometown, I was like, I'm going to go back to school with California residents so I could get a grant and financial aid and basically go to school with help, with aid. So that's what I ended up doing. I went back to school first to go into I'm using this. But anyway, so I was going back to school initially for physical therapist assistant. This was in 2019, and then COVID hit. And I was taking a chemistry class at the time, and you can't really do chemistry online because you need to do a lab. So I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? So ended up dropping the class. A lot of people ended up doing that. I think almost my entire class ended up doing that. I just saw how people were treating others in the healthcare industry, and I was like, I don't think I could handle that. seeing the way that people were being treated. And while I was home, quarantining and doing everything and homeschooling my kids and stuff, I think I put too much green on the side. It's like really green. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe some of it off. We're at home, we're quarantining, and I'm just watching and listening to a lot of true crime documentaries and like different podcasts. I have like a whole other opinion on these things now. I could probably make a whole other video on that. But anyways, this was my hobby, like kind of listening and watching true crime stuff. And I just realized, why don't I just go to school for, it's called Administration of Justice at the community college I was going to, and then go get my bachelor's degree after that. I didn't know at the time really what I wanted to do with that. I was interested in like data analysis, but I didn't really know exactly what path I wanted to take with it. But I did know that I wanted to change my major, so I ended up changing my major. I absolutely loved it. I loved what I was learning. It was so interesting. I got my associate's degree in 2021, graduated, and moved on to Sac State to get my bachelor's degree. I spent the majority of my undergrad focusing on essay and essay crimes, sexual harmful acts, and also focusing on restorative justice processes, focusing on those who perpetrate these types of crimes, and more importantly, the victims who fall victims to these types of crimes and what they need to feel that justice was served, and also how what they needed from us as a society and as people who are planning to work with them, what they need from us. And the reason why I was interested in that is because I myself am a survivor. So it was something that, I knew that I may want to do. It was always in the back of my mind. But it definitely became more clear to me the more that I, was learning. So this was definitely something that I wanted to do. Just gonna put down my eyebrows. So since I knew I wanted to advocate for victims, I started serving on committees and getting more involved on campus. And then also just learning about different cultures and restorative justice processes. I could do a whole other video on that. It's pretty long. It's a pretty important topic to me. So when it comes to restorative justice, a lot of the core values or values that are still seen in Indigenous practices. So I wanted to ensure that I was learning as much as I possibly could about Indigenous communities. So I decided to take some classes that focused on Indigenous communities, and also MMIW. Hold up. So I graduated December of 2023, so just newly graduated. So I'm in that like transition period where I have my degree, I'm graduated, I can no longer work as a student employee on campus, which is what I was, doing before. I'm now back to being a stay-at-home mom for right now, and seeking employment. It's really hard because for county and state positions, it's a pretty long wait period. So even though I put in applications, it's gonna take a while to hear back. There's a huge process that has to happen. So I'll put in for probation, because I believe that aftercare is very important when it comes to incarcerated peoples. So I'm also putting in an application for grad school. So I want to go to grad school for criminal justice as well. I had a professor who told the class. Like if you have the 2 years, just go ahead and do it. And you know, I'm not super young. I'm still pretty young. I'm in my very early 30s. And it's like, why not do it now? I have the time. I am privileged enough to have like people to watch my kids for free. And my husband has a job where I have the privilege to be home. I don't necessarily have to work. I want to work. Yeah, so it's definitely a process. You have, you know, for this particular program, you have to have like 3 letters of recommendation, which I have 2 already. I'm waiting for the 3rd one, for the last one. And then there's all kinds of questions that you have to do. I have to write a personal statement, which I still have to write. Then I have to take my GRE, which is this test. Excuse me. Which is a test that I have to take. Like a whole other, like it's not at the college, it's like a whole other service. It's like test your vocabulary, your writing skills, your math skills. So it's, I have to study for it. I actually had to reschedule it. While I'm studying for that, I'm also, like I said, like, because it takes so long for the county and state to get back for a lot of these jobs. Oh, I'm using, what is it? Big Lash. I think this is Revlon. And then for my eyeliner, I'm using e.l.f. This one isn't the best. Like it comes off really easily. Which one is it? This, oh no, wait, that's the white one. NYX Vivid Matte Liquid Liner is the one that I use like when I'm going out and I want it to stay really good, but I'm running out of this and I haven't been able to find it. Anywho, I think for my master's program, I will hear back from that sometime in the summer. But then I also have my ceremony for my graduation. Because I graduated in December in fall of 23, I have to wait until May to walk then. We didn't really have like anything to celebrate my graduation just because it was around the holidays and people feel, you know, a little obligated to buy you things, and I don't want them to feel like, oh, like I have all this Christmas stuff to buy people. Like it was just a crazy time, so I was like, we could just do it in May, which is also my birthday month. Let's see what else is really important to know. So I don't mind talking about my own story, my own survivor story, because it's my story to tell, you know. So anyways, let's see what else I can talk about. You know what, I'm just gonna put blush and then setting powder and then I'll be done. So it wasn't until recently that I discovered that I really am an extrovert, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing a lot more content, because I really like getting to know people and having these types of conversations. I mean, I really don't want to also make another stressful environment here on social media. I want to keep the conversations as more positive and educational as possible. I am also very into tattoos and piercings. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot more vlogs with that, like going to go get my tattoos and things like that. I'm just about done here. So if there's any other questions that you guys have for me or any other topics that you guys want me to talk about, definitely leave it in the comments down below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Right now, I think that my schedule is to like record on Mondays and Fridays and post that same day. So Mondays will be like summarizing the weekend, and then Fridays will be summarizing the week. Let's just do the setting spray. I'm actually just gonna put some gloss on and then I'll be done. Okay, so this is the finished look. So okay. I'm sorry if this seemed pretty rushed. I don't have a whole lot of space on my phone, so I was just kind of rushing through, unfortunately, but I will deal with that. And then as time goes on, I feel like I'll be a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera and be doing a lot more content that I like. But anyways, thank you for sticking around. This is my intro, as I said before. So I will be doing my best to put as much more content out. Like I said, any suggestions down below, any questions that you want to ask me, definitely ask. So thank you for sticking around, and I will see you later. Bye.